Hi, my name is Darren Adams. I'm the Product Marketing Manager for Fujitsu's new network scanner, the N7100. Today I would like to introduce you to many of its new features. It is a 25 pages per minute, 50 images per minute network scanner. We have greatly improved the speed of this device by increasing the strength of the CPU. We've added more memory, and we've optimized PaperStream IP, our image cleanup driver, to work very well with the scanner. What is a network scanner? A network scanner is an all-in-one scanning device that includes a PC and a monitor and a built-in keyboard. It allows end users to walk up and touch the screen and save directly to a network share, scan to email, scan to a printer, fax, or SharePoint. This device is very convenient because it does not require a PC attachment or any keyboard. The end user is very familiar with touchscreens these days with the advent of all of our smartphones, and it requires very simple management from an IT perspective because the device does not conflict with any other PC requirements. The network scanner has increased in speed and has no slowdowns, whether increasing from 150 dpi to 300 dpi or scanning in color, or black and white, or grayscale. It will scan at the same speed. One of the key advantages of this scanner is the increased processing time. We've added a lot more CPU power, more memory. We've optimized PaperStream to show the thumbnails faster, and we've also added a queuing system so that if a company has small batches, the end user does not have to wait for the batches to complete the save, for example, on a slow network, before they start another batch. This really increases the throughput of the scanning speed. This is a very office-friendly scanner. It's compact and light, very small size, about the same size as the N1800. It's very quiet. We've had a lot of customer comments in which they've compared it to the FI6010N and found that this scanner is much, much quieter than the previous generation. It has very low power requirements when in sleep mode, and we've improved the paper chute and the stacker so that the feeding performance is much better. We've actually added a break roller and pick roller so that we can feed thicker documents, and the stacker is very, very difficult to break off in those tight spaces. What is the advantage of a network scanner over, let's say, a USB scanner? One of the main advantages is that it's an all-in-one device. You don't have to buy a monitor, you don't have to buy a keyboard, it's all built in. You can buy one service contract for it. The other large advantage is that the IT department can support business units more efficiently. So let's say, for example, you have a bank branch that needs to add a particular workflow. The business unit or business analyst can just deliver the new job buttons without having to wait for permissions to add new software or new drivers onto the PC. The desktop PCs are usually locked down and have a very slow approval process to deliver new software. Where does the network scanner typically sit? What we found is that the majority of our customers use this for remote locations. Since we have such a strong control over monitoring the network scanner and delivering new job buttons remotely, people like to put it in satellite offices. So we see it in convenience stores, restaurants, banks, car dealerships, anywhere where the IT department doesn't need to travel very much to control it. This saves a lot of time and money for IT departments. So what we found also is that the network scanner works very well alongside of MFPs. We all know that MFPs have scanning functionality, but the reality is that scanners have the ability to scan faster, more documents, have longer consumable life, have less jam rates, have reduced file size, and better image cleanup than our MFP partners. We even find that many of our MFP partners like to sell the network scanner alongside of the MFPs. We've improved the feeding mechanism so that ID cards can be scanned, plastic thick cards can be pushed through. This is because of the break roller and pick roller technologies. We're no longer using a pad assembly. We have a 50-page ADF, so you can fit a lot of documents in, and we can scan very small documents to very long documents. In those situations where you need to guarantee that you do not have a multi-feed, let's say, for example, a customer puts through a stable document, you're going to miss the data on a duplex because the documents are covering each other. We have ultrasonic multi-feed detection. This is very, very accurate technology, which allows us to detect whether 2 pages are sent through it or not, and will stop the documents and let the user know that they can pull the sheets out. We have intelligent multi-feed technology, so let's say we have a lot of stickies in it. We can still use the ultrasonic sensors to detect multi-feeds, but we can ignore anything that is shorter than the length of the sticky memorized. This is a very unique technology for Fujitsu. Job buttons are the most common thing that our end users use. So I would say about 90% of our customers use job buttons to configure their scanners. When an end user logs in, they can actually get a different set of job buttons than the previous end user using Active Directory. When they log in, we can also set up the job button so that it will provide a reminder of what documents they're supposed to add to the particular job. So let's say, for example, they need an invoice and a cover sheet. The reminder will pop up and let the end user know that they need to add the cover sheet. We also have a software development kit available. Now, the most common use for the software development kit is a database lookup to provide metadata attached with the scanned image. So in this scenario, what we have is somebody will go ahead and enter a name, like let's say John Smith. They hit the search button. It reaches out to the company's server, grabs more metadata, populates it, and then the customer hits enter, and it's delivered to the back end. The software development kit is free and is available by just filling out a form online. We've added PaperStream IP driver technology to the network scanner. This is very powerful driver technology that cleans up the documents so that 99% of your documents will be cleaned up without any configuration changes. We've sent pallets and pallets of documents for testing. So you can see here that the document is cleaned up without any changes to the driver. If you do have one of those documents that require changes but don't want to go into the driver, we've also added assisted scan. This allows the end user to just select the image that looks best. This really reduces the learning curve of programming the driver for complicated documents. Nearly all of our network scanner customers use Scanner Central Admin to administer their network scanners. What's great about Scanner Central Admin is that it also works with our USB scanners. This provides a lot of valuable information to our customers, like daily scans, error reports, consumable tracking. It's a very valuable tool, and it's free inside of the box. We've improved the touch capability so that the screen is much more sensitive, and it will actually allow for swiping when it comes to viewing thumbnails. The back ports are now open, so you can add your own keyboard or mouse, or for $59 you can purchase our keyboard and stand and just plug it in. This will save on wear and tear on the screen. We have a smart card option for the Department of Defense. This is called CACPIV. This allows the Department of Defense to log in securely into our device and scan sensitive documents. The consumable life has been greatly increased. We've gone from 50,000 for a pad assembly and 100,000 for the pick rollers to 200,000 for both assemblies at the same price. We are Energy Star, RoHS, and EPEAT compliant. We're always looking to be more energy efficient. We have many standard service contracts when it comes to the network scanner, from advanced exchange to basic service. We also have co-term contracts so that you can bring all of your scanner fleet up to the same contract billing cycle. We only used Fujitsu authorized technicians, and we have free technical support. On a daily basis, we meet on our customer surveys. We blanket all of our customers and get about an 18% response rate. Our net promoter scores, which ask the question, would you recommend our product or service to a friend or colleague, are in the high 80s, which makes us an industry leader. If you need customized training, that's also available. We'd be glad to help you get the most out of your resource. Here are some of our common questions. Yes, the network scanner does replace the FI6010N and the N1800. The SDK is available for free. We just ask that you purchase a scanner. The SDK has been built on .NET 4, which will give you a lot more control, and is installed over Windows 8 embedded. All of the job buttons from the previous scanners will be backward and forward compatible. The only thing is you will have to update the Scanner Central admin for delivery. Here's a quick cheat sheet on all the advantages of the new N7100 compared to other scanners. As you can see, we have a much better paper handling, we have a brake roller system, longer consumable life, and as I mentioned at the beginning, our delivery speeds for the actual images to the destination is greatly improved. If you have any further questions, please make sure that you call into our inside sales and we'd be glad to answer them for you. Thank you very much for attending this video.